Hi guys, in this video we'll learn about Loocey's in and not in filters. This will help you enter multiple values for a specific column to search by. For example, in this case we're searching by the FSC code by one on each line, so by multiple FSC codes. We could also do like or and then select add another filter, right? So it's like or FSC code this, but it gets quite a bit, I think, too many filters when you have like 10 FSC codes you want to search by. So we have created this in filter. So now you could pretty much just put a list of FSC codes or any other columns. This applies for any other column as well, right? And this includes in RFQs. You could also do this type of filtering in your CRM. Works the same way. So you basically select in as the condition type, and then you put one at a time. You can put more of this, right? And then you hit apply, and now it's gonna filter right. And again, this works, I think, pretty similar to dibs searching, and I'll show you that in a second. So if you hit apply on this, of course, you can save the filters. You can do save as. If we do save as, right? Maybe you want to save it as another filter. You can do that. And again, we've shown this many times, but I think it never hurts to show again. So all of our filters work just like tabs. So it's really easy to find them, easy to search by them. And if you want to hide something, it's also pretty easy, right? You could always go to the settings and then unpin this, right? This way it'll no longer show in this list here. You can bring it back by going into the settings here, manage view settings, and then save that again, so it's gonna be pinned. So just like in dibs when you're searching for RFQs, now if I were to search for the same thing, where I would come here and select FSC codes from the drop down, you could select some other columns, right? And it's the same thing with us, right? You could technically you could change the column to any other thing like NSN or the solicitation or what have you. So this works the same way, so it searches by that. Except in Loocey, what's nice is that it also applies a bunch of other things, right? A bunch of other filters along with that filter, whereas in dibs you only have certain options. Of course, in Loocey we give you a lot more flexibility to search and find what you're looking for, including all these flags, right? ISO required, JSP required. 0 means false, those of you who are kind of just starting with Loocey. But we also give you another unique feature, right, which I think I haven't seen anywhere else, which basically is a not in filter. So the opposite, right? So let's say I want to search everything but these lamps or FSC codes. I could do you could save as, or you just want to change it here, you can. So I can do not. I want to highlight this, type not in, select that not in filter. So this works the reverse, right? If I hit apply, and it's gonna show me everything but those FSC codes, right? And if you see, if I'm correct, yes, it's no longer showing me 4820, 4865. To make it easier to see, maybe I want to delete one of these, 65 15. Oh, we have an or here, that's why I'm like, what's going on? So we gotta change this. So be really careful. I've gotten a number of support requests. Sometimes people don't pay attention to this, but if you set this to or, it really means it's either one of these. So if it's open or this has a match, then it's gonna be in the list. So be careful, so of course it's powerful when it comes to like how you could say it the way you want, but you just gotta pay attention so that you get what you're looking for. So if I change that to and, Now it's gonna show me everything but those, hopefully. 65, 15, 730, 10. Right. So I got confused. This is 6615, not 65. I was like, what's going on? It's not finding those. So if we were to change it back to N, it should only give us these two, right? So I can change it back to N. And so now I should see 67, 30, 20 or 65, 15, which is what we have listed here, right? So that's kind of a quick demo for this specific tutorial. I know a lot of we had a lot of requests for this filter. Oh, one other thing, since I'm here, I'm gonna show you. So once you log into Loocey, you're gonna start seeing, if you know, by default, you're gonna start seeing these two tabs, all out of queues, and now we have a new one called simple out of queues. Of course, if you have saved other ones, they'll show up as well, but by default, you're gonna see these two at least. And the reason why we just create this simple out of queues is because, you know, a lot of people are gonna need, when they're just starting with dibs, they're gonna need some of these filters anyway. So we create simple out of queues so that you're not having to re-enter all this manually again and again. So if you want to keep all these filters and add some more, you can just come to the simple out of queues, do a save as. It's a system-wide view, right? So you can't make changes to it, but you could do the save as and give it another name, right? And now you can save it and then make changes to that new one, but it's gonna retain those default filters because I think a lot of you are gonna set these to false anyway. And then inspection point is also a good one, right? Because you want to make sure, if you don't have a location, if you're doing this from home or what have you, you don't want them to come inspect in your house. You could, you know, filter by and say, hey, I only want to see inspection point destination once, right? Cool, that's it. This was a quick tutorial. There's a lot more to cover. There's gonna be another tutorial. We actually have another filter coming up in the next tutorial, which is called, this one's called actually contains any and not contains any. Just check out the next tutorial to cover those. Those two are also new features. Thanks for watching.